Guys, how's it? Call from North Coast Constrictors. So I came home from work today and we've got a female that has laid about 4 days early. She's a leopard inchy butter spider. She was paired up to a male visual desert ghost, so everything's 100% het DG. I have opened up the tub. It looks like we've got a couple of slugs. I'm going to just separate the female from the eggs, put it into this tub here, which is full of fresh water, and then I'm going to pull the eggs. I don't know how many eggs we've got. She's coiled around some, she's rolled some out. I can see one slug. She's going to be quite defensive. So I don't want to get nipped. I also actually think what I should be doing is taking out the slug, this slug here. I think I'll do that first. And I think a better idea before I try and get her out, because she's very defensive. So what I don't want to do is I do not want to, while I'm taking her out, I'd roll those eggs around any more than that have already been rolled. So while I'm distracting her here, I'll just take the eggs that have rolled out and put them in an egg box. These are already separated. I will candle these. Okay, so I've got these 3 eggs out. They all look pretty good. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just set it on the table behind. Now I've got to get this girl off her clutch of eggs. Come on, sweetheart. I do not know how many she's wrapped around here. I don't want to. My son has now decided he wants to call me. There's only 2 eggs there. And let me just put her in the water. And then I'm going to my son is calling me. I'm going to just put this. Crikey Moses. Okay, right, that's it. We'll get back to the next. Okay guys, so I'm gonna candle these eggs now. We've got 5 what looks like good viable eggs, which is great for the Desert Ghost project. 1 slug, unfortunately, over here. It's always unfortunate when you get one, but it's pretty common. So what I'm going to do now is, this girl is in water that's about 31 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to let her soak in here for a little while, and she can hydrate and take a drink of water. After I have candled these eggs and put them in the incubator, I will then put some sunlight soap in that water with that female and soap her down and wash her down properly to get the scent of eggs off her. I won't put soap into the water now because I don't want her to drink that. Okay, so right now all of the eggs were separated, none of them were together, but they've still maintained their heaters good. We've got nice, strong veins, very, very good veins. I'm just trying to find the embryo. Okay, embryo. Embryo is actually as perfectly as nature intended up at the top here. Perfect like that. I just want to get any substrate off. My hands have been disinfected and sterilized before. Okay. Yeah, veins. It's always a little bit difficult when it's in a light room. Okay. I was actually very worried about this clutch of eggs because the last female that this male paired to, I did a video on it. If you go back and you see if you go back to my YouTube channel, you'll see the other female. I only had three viable eggs, and I think only 2 will make it, and I was worried this was going to be the same. However, it's not. I've got very, very viable eggs here, guys. I'm very, 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 very happy with the way this has come out. Okay, there's the embryo. This was the first one that I pulled. Just trying to find. Oh, I hate rolling them, but you just have to do it. Well, you don't have to do it, I mean, but. Okay, now there is substrate and whatever underneath here, and we obviously want to try and get that off. Okay. Now, they want to roll a little bit on their own. I am going to put okay, now these have been sterilized. They are basically little plastic. They come from the light diffuser themselves. Sterilize them and put them inside with the eggs like this to stop the eggs from rolling around. Very happy with this, guys. I have to be honest. I didn't have high hopes, especially now when I came home and I opened up that female's tub and I saw she had laid, and I immediately saw this slug here. I was like, oh no, we've got another bad clutch from that male. But we have got 5 good eggs here, 5 good healthy, very, very decent size healthy eggs, which are gonna, part of the Desert Ghost project. It's obviously it's a building block, because the male's a visual. If the female's a leopard enchi butter spider, not too stoked about the spider. I wouldn't mind if any of these eggs didn't have spider in them. There's a 50-50 chance that they will, but it is what it is, guys. That's snake breeding. But the leopard and the enchi and the butter het Desert Ghost, well, amazing if we hit the odds. I mean, everything that comes out of this clutch is going to be 100% het Desert Ghost. And okay, marker. 5 good eggs, 50% of them, these are incomplete dominant and dominant genes. Every single baby will be 100% het for Desert Ghost and 50% leopard, NG, butter, spider. We don't know what the combinations are going to be. We're hoping obviously for as many of those genes as we can get. I will be honest and say that I hope we don't get spider, but you know, some people will hate me for saying that. And into the incubator they go. That is clutch number 8. I will do the tab and tag for that. And another successful clutch, North Coast Constrictors. 1 slug, unfortunately. Okay, so I've put the eggs in the egg box and they are now in the incubator. I have prepared a fresh tub now for this female. It's been completely sterilized. Everything's been sterilized with F10 and sprayed down, new substrate, new water bowl, fresh water. And she's been soaking here in this warm water at about 30 degrees for about 15-20 minutes. Now what I do, guys, and what you should all do, obviously soak the snake down. I've done videos on this before. This is probably the last one I'm going to do on this, otherwise I'm just being repetitive. Okay, so a little bit of in South Africa, surf, sunlight soap, whatever, just a tad. In America, I think they use Dawn. You know, just foam it around a little bit. Okay, you know what I do now is I just obviously I've already checked the female to make sure that she's not egg bound in any way. Okay, which she isn't. So now I put it back in the soapy water. And the reason why we're doing this, guys, is to get the scent of eggs off her. Okay, we've taken her away from her eggs, and we just want to get that smell off her. Otherwise, she's gonna, you know, she's gonna be stressed out. She's a mommy. We've taken her eggs away. Her maternal instincts have kicked in now. She wants to protect those eggs. She's very, very confused. But we want to get that smell and that scent of eggs off her as fast as possible. Okay, and we want to get her into a nice fresh tub. And she'll forget about them in a couple of days. Okay, so now that she's been soaked down, she's always been a nervous girl. She's a beautiful girl, leopard, NG, butter, spider. And I'm just going to dry her off here, let her work her way through the paper towel. And just let her dry off herself. Okay, like that. And at the same time, I just have a general inspection of the girl, and you can see she's in fantastic condition. I would weigh her, but I'm not going to weigh her now. I'm more concerned, I'll probably weigh her tomorrow. I just want to get her into the tub. Okay, so there's her fresh tub. Brand new substrate, everything's been disinfected. Allow her to go in. She'll probably curl up in the back and create, maybe like for a day or two, a bit of a phantom nest. Okay, now this was a first year breeder, so she wasn't proven. This was her first year breeding, so she was on a purple tag. She has now given me a successful clutch of eggs, so she changes from a purple tag to an orange tag, which means she is now a bona fide adult proven breeder female. Very exciting building block project for me. It's part of the Desert Ghost building block projects. I've paired up a lot of multi-gene dominant and incomplete dominant females to a single gene Desert Ghost to create a lot of different morphs that are 100% het for Desert Ghost. Okay, all of those females will be held back next year when they hatch, should we have successful clutches and healthy babies, and all of those females will be paired to visual Desert Ghost males, of which I have 2, and a third one coming at the end of the year. One is just a single gene Desert Ghost, and the other one is a very high-end pastel pinstripe spot nose Desert Ghost 100% head Harpo, which will be the sire to quite a few clutches next year. And then we've got another high-end Desert Ghost coming at the end of the year. I'll reveal those genes when he arrives, because we are going to have a lot of 100% het Desert Ghosts to breed in 2024, 2023 and 2024. Sorry, not 2023, in 2024 or 2025. Just depends on what we hatch out of these. She is one of 7 females that single gene Desert Ghost paired to. The first clutch of eggs, as you heard in my previous earlier, was not such a great clutch. I only had 2 viable eggs there. The third one is touch and go, and the other 2 were slugs. This was a far better clutch of eggs. 5 good eggs, 1 slug. So I'm very excited about that project. I think it's got fantastic potential, especially with the males. I'm planning my projects a good 4 years, 5 years ahead, you know, and we'll see where it takes from there. So guys, just wanted to end off on that note. I'm now going to clean up the snake room a little bit and go through the rest of the racks and do all the temperature checks. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And now take this prelay shed. She did a prelay shed on the 17th of the 9th. So today is the 14th. So it's usually between anywhere from day 20, 21 up to usually around about day 30. So she was about 3 days early, which is perfect, no problems. It would have been nice to get 6 eggs, but we didn't. We got 5, and I'm happy with that. They're healthy and they're in the incubator, and she's healthy and she's in good nick. Guys, it's over and out from me, North Coast Constrictors, Cole. May the odds always be in your favor.